Hello, darlings. I've written this little paper that I think it's better spoken rather than typed up because it misses some of the nuances that I have, and also more passion. I'm showing my age there with that ad. With that meme reference, I should say. Now, there was an article published in June earlier this year called The Fall of the Prophet. This article has a great intro. It catches you, and I'll put the link to it down below. The intro is great. It catches you and puts forward so much and does not deliver. Is you said this in the intro, but when it finishes, it's not it. Shall I spoil it for you? Maybe I should. This article is about Jordan Peterson, which, as we know now, he's unwell. I think about a couple months ago now. His daughter released a video saying that he's not well, pray for him. What exactly? What? Some kind of chronic inflammatory response syndrome, I think is what it was. I think. I haven't watched it in a while. Because, well, I'm doing stuff, I'm working. And then you see this come up. So it's making the rounds. The internet says, you want some of that? Here's some more. And I read it. And the intro sounds great, but doesn't deliver on it because essentially it's a bloody sales pitch. Puts his opinion out there and says, if you want full access, join my membership, subscribe, do this. And I'm like, wait, in the intro, he says this. This is a story of what I learned from Peterson's fall, why it convinced me that men need more than ideas. But doesn't it all start with an idea? So I'm really making this to kind of defend old Patey. Old Patey, I'm here to make a defense of it because, mate, he's unwell. He's unwell. This is before they really knew he was very sick. But one thing I will put in, everything in this article is truthful. He's put in very specific words. He and Paul Robinson put in here that it's his dependence on benzodiazepines that really knocked Peterson off kilter, which is true because it's dependence. They made that. They were saying it's addicted. No, he was dependent on it. So I'm looking at this because I'm just thinking, wow, bro, he's fall of a prophet. You're putting Peterson onto a stool when he's not a prophet. Prophet does not apply here. He's a good fella, not a prophet. What prophet means? Someone who's relaying the word of God. And I mean, if you've seen that Jubilee round thing with him there, he done label himself like that. So no prophesizing from there. Let's look at this. What am I reading here? Here we go. Really part of this praise from Robson's article. He puts in here that the reason why he liked Peterson is he articulated what I had been experiencing my whole life, but could not name. No, could not. And that's why people liked him. Like, I've got 12 Rules for Life on the shelf, got for us as a present. Have I read it? No. But I think there's enough clips out there where I can just absorb it through the internet. And I don't really want to eat lobster because I've seen how expensive that is. That's going back now, isn't it? Now, I'm just going to read parts of this here because this is a word vomit. All right, let's get into this health thing. We have a lot of information about Peterson's health because he shares about it. He's been really transparent. I think I hit it somewhere. Here we go, is the build-up. So in 2016, he had the autoimmune disease pop up. 2018, he had to close his clinical practice because his book came out. And that's what I think he's a couple Joe Rogan interviews in that he really likes being a clinical psychiatrist. Psychologist. What does he do? He liked his doctor job. He really liked it. In 2020, he got inquiries and complaints, and this is from the Canada people, the governing body for his license, his medical license. They're coming after him going, mate, no, you can't do that. So that's a bit of stress. Oh, and 2019, his Mrs. Tammy got renal cell carcinoma, which is kidney cancer. So it's kind of a buildup of stuff. This guy fell in here says that he had a grueling schedule, which not wrong, but I mean, Peterson's admitted to a history of depression through not only himself, but up the line, up his generation. So it might be a genetic thing that he's trying to work with, and immunological problems. So I mean, he's depressed and he's in the public eye. What? Come on. Have you seen Ariana and Cynthia lately? They're kind of, something's going on. We don't know what, but something's going on. And that's Petey, but he's being honest. And this is where I think it was funny in the main article is everyone seems to poke fun of him going for benzodiazepines. But there's a Joe Rogan podcast where they're both looking quite dapper in a suit. And this is where, in part of the article, it suggests that, okay, he has all these high-minded ideas, but did he go through with it? Did he align himself with his ideas? And the article says, I don't think so. But I'm going, are we sure? Because when stuff was falling apart in 2019, when his missus got cancer, he went, oh, whoa, and that was a lot of stress. What did he do? He went to his doctor. He goes, I'm not well. Something's up. I can't sleep. I'm just laying in bed for 5 days. Oh. Okay. He was working with and lying in bed, not sleeping for 5 days on end. So he noticed that something wasn't right. So he went to the doctor, and doctor goes, check these out. Try some benzodiazepines, a low-level SSRI. Got a low dose, you'll be right. And he goes, it did work. Peterson goes, it did work. And then it didn't. And then he was told to get off of it, and that's what, and that's the benzodiazepine dependency. I want to find the video and put it at the bottom there, because there's this Dr. Joseph Witt-Doering. There's another video of my sister and I having a chat about it. I don't know. Dr. Joseph Witt-Doering. He's based in the USA, and his whole thing is getting off benzos, getting off SSRIs, and he puts it out there that it's actually quite hard to do. So he helps people. He gets them off it to just avoid being on another pill, especially when they've done the work. Like painkillers, you don't take painkillers for a long time. If you take painkillers for a long time, there's something wrong, right? Either you've got bone cancer, or if you've got this chronic pain, it's usually for something that's a long time, not forever. Like when I get my period, guess what? I take a couple of them for 2 days, and I'm good, because it comes and it goes. Not chronic. All right. Man, I wrote a lot. It's 2 pages of this. Maybe I'll put it somewhere and just share it out there. All right. Oh, I did this. I have to share about myself, don't I, with this? I did put it in here. So this is my smaller stage example of why I'd like to defend Peterson here. Because when you are unwell, when you are sick, it's not easy. It's not. Everything is tested. Every level tested. Your personal, professional, communal, everything gets tested. And that's where you find your real friends, your real family, the people who are real with you. Because I was a carer for my husband. He had cancer, and the last year and a half, especially the last 6 months, was absolutely testing for both of us. He was weak. He was in bed. He couldn't go to the toilet by himself. He couldn't clean himself. And at times, he didn't have enough energy to feed himself. In a simple way, I was looking after an oversized baby because he couldn't. Not enough strength. His muscles had atrophied. He was very quick to respond to things, very emotionally. If I'm there going, oh, okay, I've got dinner for you. And he goes, oh, what have you got? And I'm suggesting something like soup, because that's really all he can have. He's got no digestive enzymes. He looked horrible. He would get upset. He would start to cry and go, I didn't want this. And I'm like, oh, okay. Just to avoid a tantrum, I'll make something else. Whatever you like. And that became more frequent in the last 3 months of his life. Yeah, it was not easy. So everything gets tested. And so this fella in this article is going, oh yeah, he didn't. He was all, where was this? He has a quote here on ideas. What is the idea thing? La 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 la. He spoke of sacrifice, but had no liturgy to embody it. That one came up, and I thought about, who's the Beatle who was with Yoko Ono, who screams in a microphone? That guy. How, yes, he was loved by a lot of people, but he didn't really have a relationship with his own son. At least not that one. Oh. So it's what you decide to sacrifice there. So you're sick. And I think part of this is that he's using the word prophet in this article. He's raising him to a higher standard. But I think we have to remember, we are dealing with humans. We mess up. The ideas may be great, but then put into practice, why? Because it's reality. Reality is he helped a lot of people with his ideas. He tried his best to carry it out, but of course he's unwell. He's suffering from something, depression, and now the immunological issues. He's human. We're dealing with humans here. We make mistakes. Your parents aren't perfect. I'm certainly not perfect. And you're making this person, he's meant to be a big fella, but he's not. Nah, he fell off the wagon. He got stuck and look at all the mess he's in. Okay, fine. I guess so. It does make a good point. This is the Robson fella saying, what we need is apprenticeship in relational living and fellowship. Man, that's not easy to do. That's not easy to do, especially when it's tested from my own experience. But his own story, this is Robson talking about Peterson, but his, Peterson, own story tragically illustrates we can't think our way to wholeness. We need to live our way there. Yes, but where does it start, my friend? It starts with ideas. It starts with changing your thinking. It starts with that. It goes from there. And guess what? We're human. We're going to mess up. We're going to trip. Certainly not perfect, but we aim to be. And you know what? That's the best I think any of us can ask for. Well, thank you for watching. I'll put the links in below. And I'll see you next time when I'm on the internet. When you're on the internet, I'll see ya. See ya then. Bye.